Okay, back to the important stuff that might actually change your life. I am so freaking bullish about Ethereum being the next 5 year play. I can't stop talking about it. And I could be wrong. I could be falling for hype. And I'll talk about that too. But I mean, just get a load of this. Here is Larry Fink a couple of days ago just talking about the future of tokenization and saying to everybody, you aren't ready for what is coming.
I will make, I think we spend so much time talking about AI. We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving, ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill prepared for that and underappreciate how technology is changing that. Not unlike how technology is changing AI and other things. It will be changing the technology around the plumbing of finance. Okay?
I mean, mic drop or what? And then at the same thing, we have Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, basically admits he was completely wrong about crypto.
Skeptical of crypto at one point. He was still skeptical.
I've gotten away with no damage so far. Crypto is real. If you mean blockchain, stable coins, you have a JP Morgan deposit coin, you can move stuff, smart contracts are real, all that stuff is real. It will be used by all of us to facilitate, better transactions and customer service.
Anybody...
So again, mic drop number 2 within 2 minutes, dude. So look, I admit it. Okay, we're down since I last talked about it, but I don't care. I'm in this with all 10 toes. Tom Lee is adding Ethereum like it's going out of fashion. Okay, I'm big into BMNR. Now look, I wouldn't recommend jumping in this and following me. Okay, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You risk losing every penny that you invest. Okay, I'm just telling you what I'm doing with my money. I wouldn't recommend jumping into this because as things stand, unless Ethereum goes up above $4,000 and some change, then BMNI is going to report $1 billion loss in the next few days. Okay, so we've yet to see what plays out about that. Should it matter? No, it doesn't matter because it's an Ethereum treasury company, but you just be aware of that. What is the case for Ethereum then in this tokenization future? Well, here's Tom Lee explaining it. Then I'll talk about the hype and then get out of here.
In 2025, a couple things are happening around Ethereum. The first is the Genius Act is now making stable coins kind of green lighted, which is the ChatGPT moment for crypto, but it needs a smart contract, so it doesn't work on Bitcoin. The second is the SEC is pushing forward with Project Crypto, which is actually asking Wall Street to move the entire financial system onto the blockchain. Ethereum is the preferred choice for Wall Street because it's had zero downtime since inception, matching what the banks want, 100% uptime. It's also the most legally compliant and secure blockchain because it's recognized in the US and it's the second largest blockchain. And the third is almost all of it is taking place on Ethereum. JP Morgan's building their stablecoin on Ethereum. Robinhood is tokenizing on Ethereum. The custody banks are doing it on Ethereum. So it's really where Wall Street meets, but that's also where AI is meeting.
So look, is the world tokenizing? Yes. Where's it going to do it? On Ethereum. Also, I mean, the embracing of crypto by the new government in America, the Trump government, is a big factor to this. I mean, previously holding Bitcoin for the last 10 years. I used to be a Bitcoin kid. I've lost more Bitcoin by losing access to my keys than you will ever own in your life. But the big worry for the last 10 years was that one day in the future, the US government could swoop in and declare it like a terrorist coin or something. Okay, and just ban it overnight, and then it would go to zero. That risk has completely been removed. Okay, because the US government have realized by adopting it, they win, they secure the US dollar hegemony.
Crypto, that seems to be a threat to the dollar, doesn't it?
I think it's the opposite.
Oh, really?
I think stable coins could reinforce dollar supremacy because with stable coins, stablecoins could end up being one of the largest buyers of US treasuries or T-bills.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, if you are using a stable coin in Nigeria that's backed by the US dollar, you don't actually have to have dollars. It's on your phone. You can transact. So I think there's a very good chance that crypto is actually one of the things that locks in dollar supremacy.
So that's the promise. I mean, that's the big sea change in it. The US government decided to regulate it, bring it on board, tax it, regulate it, embrace it, rather than ban it. So that risk has evaporated. So with that being said, where are we then in the cycle of tokenization? Like Larry Fink says, you're not ready for what's coming. The entire financial system is about to tokenize. Well then, this is the technology adoption curve that's always talked about. Look at all this. Okay, where are we in the cycle then where we're talking about? Well, we have to be in the innovators or early adopter phase. And typically the profit opportunity is in that phase. You can look at it like this. Okay. Now, there is a lot of hype around it. So the caveat is it could be wrong, could be falling for hype. You go on YouTube or in fintech circles and lots of people are talking about this. I mean, go on YouTube and look here at the hype. BM&R buy here. 5 reasons to buy now, $100 soon. Tom Lee's face is plastered everywhere. 30x, $3 million bet, 30x, blah, blah, blah. BM&R to 100, BM&R alert. All this is here, bro. So, look, I'm fully conscious of the fact. I'm very, very aware of the fact could be falling into hype. But you actually have to know about this in order to be aware of the hype. So really it is part of a small bubble. It actually feels more like 2015 or even earlier. Maybe, look, it feels like the period of 2013 to 2016 to do with Bitcoin, when there was equal amounts of hype around it. If you knew about it, okay, everybody on the internet, the early internet was talking about this. When I was, otherwise, how would I have found out about it as an early Bitcoin kid? Okay, but you didn't find out about it until like 2022 or 2023. Otherwise, you would have bought in and you thought it was too late then. Yeah, I mean, here is a black guy in 2013 begging you just to buy $1 of Bitcoin on the internet.
No. A lot of you are skeptical. A lot of you don't believe in the Bitcoin system, and that's fine. You can stay on the sidelines, but if you really, really want to become wealthy in the future, I would suggest you take $1 frickin' $1, buy some Bitcoins, put it in a goddamn wallet, put it fucking away. Okay, I'm sorry for swearing, but you know what? It's just $1. Get.
I mean, this was 2013, bro, on the internet. Okay, so the hype feels similar to that, and these people were proved so right. So right. So, I mean, just back to Tom Lee, how he sees this playing out, and then I'll get out of here.
Well, let's think about the next 10 to 15 years. Wall Street's going to build a market for digital assets. Now, for reasons I won't cover here, it's going to be on Ethereum, because that's really where everyone is building this future. But the thing I want to highlight today is that Wall Street is going to build a market for digital assets onto the blockchain. So it's more than just dollars, it's everything. So think about this. There's 2 story arcs that are going to be the next 10 to 15 years, why I think it's the biggest macro trade. The first is stablecoins, the upward one. Stablecoins, we're going to tokenize stocks. NASDAQ actually just approved that this week. We're going to tokenize credit, tokenize real estate. Maybe we'll monetize our reputations on the blockchain so we can value that.
Look, we're going to tokenize freaking everything. That's what Larry Fink was just telling you. Stop there, Tom Lee. Let me explain. We're going to tokenize everything. soon SJJ might tokenize myself, okay, into 1,000 tokens and put them on a blockchain backed on Ethereum, and you can buy in and invest in SJJ. That's like the future. It'll be that simple. I'll just issue 1,000 coins and you can buy them or something. Get a piece of SJJ in very simplistic terms. That's the future of tokenization, to cut out all the archaic practices of the past. Just think about all the archaic practices of buying a house and everything. It comes with actual physical pieces of paper and all the middlemen in between taking a little parasitic piece of that. Well, obviously, all of this is going to be done simply on a trustable, irreversible blockchain. And the blockchain that they're building on is Ethereum, or at least that is the story that you either believe in or you don't. So here we are. I'm in for 10 toes. I mean, to the tune of about 25 grand. I could be wrong. I think if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong to the tune of, I don't know, losing 50% of my position or whatever. I can't imagine it all going to zero. So I'm happy to take the risk. It is a risk. Everything that you put into something like this at an early stage is a very risky asset. You have to be aware of that. But that is where the opportunity is. I mean, here I remind you of this guy in 2013. Like here, imagine this guy is coming back from the future, except he's speaking to you from the past and telling you about something that once played out. But he could be, this is a time traveler from 2035. Okay, right here. This is your time traveler from 2035. And he's telling you, God damn it, buy $100 of Ethereum. This is not financial advice. He's saying, I'm not allowed to do that as a time traveler, but God damn it, buy $100 of Ethereum. However you manage to do it, okay. If you want to play it safe, there's Bitcoin, boomer coin as I jokingly call it, but Bitcoin is the thing that raises all boats, okay? It's the coin that raises all coins. So if the others go up, Bitcoin, it will be led by Bitcoin anyway. But if you have an appetite for risk and to be in it for the big plays and you see something coming, then you have to be in it when it's uncertain and when there's risk. Otherwise, if it wasn't risky and uncertain, everybody would already be in it. Do you get it? The adoption, you'd already be over that hill. It has to be, by definition, something that is risky and uncertain that you are seeing earlier than everybody else in order for there to be that profit opportunity. So that's what it takes for someone like this to see the future. Here's your time traveler. He's telling you, God damn it, just go and buy some Ethereum and stick it in a wallet somewhere. And you can now even do it in a stocks and shares ISA via a Ethereum ETN. And there's a video on my channel about that. None of this is financial advice, and any money that you put in could go to zero, and particularly more likely it could like go down 30% before any of this, if and when it plays out. Okay, I didn't catch the bottom. Okay, we're below my entry price already, and you know that's my play as it is. So anyway, video's gone on far too long. I'm so freaking bullish though, I can't tell you. I just want to shout about these things that really have a potential to change your freaking life versus the things that you can't really affect to change your life. And things that I used to waste most of my time on, which was like politics and stuff. Anyway, that's been the video for today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you.